name is Stephen James William, a civil engineer by profession and the managing director of Point Investment Company. Point Investment Company is an indigenous company that was formed in August 2017. It was actually established in August 2017 and registered by the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs of the Republic of South Sudan.
As management that started Point Investment sat down and decided to come up with a company, and the name Point came into our mind. Point, in actual sense, when we started working, we would apply to so many jobs and they will tell us that there is no capacity. We don't have a capacity to do jobs as South Sudanese. So we felt offended, we were not happy. So we said, okay, we should name this company Point. We wanted to prove to the rest of the world that we, South Sudanese, we can be able to do the same constructions that are done everywhere. Because I believe engineering course is the same wherever you go.
After registration, the employees were only 3. The managing director, finance admin, plus the marketing officer. Then later on, that was in the U.S. Embassy. Then later on, after these 3 guys realizing that there's need for us to expand, we said let us shift where? To Melekia. Of course, we shifted. After shifting, we started the process of now expanding the company.
After the establishment, we would apply for jobs, but of course there were no immediate jobs that would be given to us, simply because of, they say in courts, no capacity. But I believe it was actually, it had motivated us to go to the next level. Meaning, we sat and we were able to go to places far from Juba in order to prove a point, which it took us into building bridges, culverts, schools, feeder roads. And because of that, we were recognized later on by the guys who decide on projects, bigger projects in the Republic. That's why we were able to be called, and we were not able to participate in projects after when they had seen the potential that we have as Point Investment Company. We were invited to come and participate in the most important projects in the country, say the major highways linking the capital to the rest of the states. So I'm glad to tell you that as Point Investment Company, we got a privilege in 2019 through our partners, the many contractor, ARC or Africa Resource Corporation, that gave us the opportunity to showcase the skills that we had been doing in Eastern Equatoria then. On recommendation of also technical people, because normally when you are selected, you need to go through the process of bidding, which we participated fully, and we came out top. We did not disappoint as well. We started by bush clearance, later on given embankment, and after now we are still participating in the project linking Juba to Bor, Juba-Bor Highway.
Initially, the company had very few staff. Literally, I can say there were around 5 from the beginning, less than 5 people who started the company. But over time, the number increased. Right now, we are 157. This includes the office and field staff. So the recruitment process has been a very important element, and we look at it, we consider it very critical because, one, we want to achieve the element of diversity. I can assure you that in the company we have 99% South Sudanese. Out of these ones, we broke it down to see that at least we have every South Sudanese from another corner of the country. So diversity is a very important element. We're also looking at the aspect of gender. Out of these 150-something, around 5% consists of the female staff. We have a female engineer. We have female staff at the office. We have female staff in the field. We also have a female staff who is driving a snow truck.
I would like to thank my company, Point Investment, for how they had really helped me to be where I am now. Because before I did not have these skills. I was not driving, I was not knowing other things like how I come to know them now. So I really appreciate them. They had been cooperating with me. If they were not cooperating, I could not. So, but because they were really hard open and they were not holding back anything from me. So I have to thank them and I appreciate them for this.
في بوين أدى فرصة إنه يعني المرأة بجربها تشتغل. مرة لازم يشتغل ويعمل حاجة. أنا بشكره كثير إنه هو أداني الفرصة. اشتغلت من أنا كان يعني زمان ناس ما بعرفوا إنه أنا كان باش مهندسة. الناس بتشوف إنه أنا شغالة في محل تاني يعني شغال في السوق شغال محل شاي. هو أداني فرصة إنه أشتغل وأبقى الليلة باش مهندسة كبيرة. الناس كلهم بعرفوا إنه أنا باش مهندسة.
The vision of the company is to provide best products and services necessary to our own citizens in the country and even beyond. When we're able to provide that, we need to also bring in the content of what is our vision as a company. We need to take, the vision is to empower the young men. We have so many guys who are not employed in our country. The government cannot be able to give all the jobs to these graduates that comes every year. But the private sector can be able to do that. And of course, we are part and parcel of that.
Pipoin, hajal koi sana ligo pipoin. Point beside ita hata lo itaga alimu masin wala itaga sakali atu sokol u beside ita o sokol ar sana gi saka men point alana isepirasa ana biga ndo mo kana ndo fikra alana gi sakal lebado bukura ata lo ma point ana bagde sakal pi mahal tani alana bagde side nepsi.
I'm very happy because this road I get 2 things. I'm working on it, and when the road reach to our place, I will make business. It will help our people to come easy to towns. You know, last time before this road, you cannot take over from Bor to Juba within 2 hours. You can take 6 hours, 10 hours because the road is bad.
Ana kan ma siru zaman ana geni fi Juba bidun sokol. Ana zaman jit min yambio ana geni tegriban 3 sur mind sokol. Asa kidana murta. Sana sakal iyal gagra o iyal gakulu wana kamanu kwes.
The main challenge Point Investment got was we're still new in the market, and of course I'm familiar to so many hiring entities in the country. Of course, we had all the documents, all the papers were in place, all the professional guys needed to execute the job. In our profile, of course, we had them, but of course, we are unfamiliar to so many of them, which they did not have the trust to give us jobs of the magnitude that they wanted to give us. But we thank God that because of our voluntary jobs that we did in Eastern Equatoria State, so that God gave us the trust that we have got, and it had propelled us from nothing to something right now. I can tell you that Point Investment Company is no longer a small company. It is one of the biggest company in the country that participate in the most important projects in the country.
My expectation, Point will be one of the best companies in the country. Because when we started, most people say, what do these people do? What can you do as young as you are with the small company that you are in? Then we said, let us put a point. Actually, the name Point means we wanted to put a dot to show to the country that we can do something. We can do something and we can grow. Together we can grow.
As Point Investment Company, the corporate social responsibilities that we have established, I think we have done a lot. We're able to support the young men that are practicing, those who need to be professional, football professionals. Especially the teams here in Juba, we have Juba Central that we started supporting about 2 years ago. And up to date, we're still supporting them. We have a team in Torit called Kineti. I'm a member of that team. And there's a company, we came in also if the contributions that we do, and supporting them by buying maybe boots, these jerseys for the players. We also do that, and so many other things. We do that. Secondly, the current project that we're doing along Juba-Bor Road, we have offered 2 communities. One is a local church. They say the church where they are in, flood water has come in, and they feel like they want to shift it to another direction. So we have already offered them the materials that they need to be able to build another church apart from the one that has some issues right now. Secondly, there's the second community needs a classroom, 3 classrooms, and we're able to provide them with all the necessary materials. As I speak now, they're working on it.
Okay, we started this project mid this year, and the project duration is supposed to be for 6 months, but the church has allowed us, we have to do it in 1 year's time. So for now, we are in the foundation. We started with the excavation, and we are done. We are doing shaping, and we are building the plate wall, while some of the workers, they are trying to cast our bases. So in 2 weeks to come, I think our foundation will stand. I am happy working with Point Investment because in the first place, when you look at our field of engineering, most people consider men as engineers. They don't consider women. So with Point, they give they allow everyone to exercise your field.
We have heavily invested on 2 areas. One, human resource personnel. As a company, we looked at what's important for us to succeed in this competitive world that we're in right now. We thought the first thing that we need to do is to have the right personnel in the right places. And I can happily tell you that we have invested heavily on that. We have the right personnel at the right places. We have the technical team that is needed to execute exactly what we want to do if we are to go to the next level of business.
As a project manager, this is the first time in my 28 years experience I am experiencing this kind of cooperation. It has been so wonderful working with them that the work has been so easy and fruitful. Whatever assistance you want from any sector of the company, procurement, management, mechanical, all this, you get it quickly. The reaction time has been so good. I looked at the vision of the company. The company has a vision to become the best, the leading in the nation, to give satisfaction to its clients.
What motivates me, because of course I grew up, I did not know anything. I came as an innocent guy, but the opportunity that I have got has motivated me to work more hard such that I also help my family and I also help my relatives and friends. So that what makes me to work hard. I just appreciate them. There's nothing much to say, it's just to thank them for what they have done for me. And as that I'm now working with them, so I also thank them when I'm working. So they will also know that that is a part of appreciation.
Our greatest achievement, as it stands now, is the trust that we have gained from our government of South Sudan and even our own citizens. They are able to talk about us. You know, talking about a company doesn't come out of a blue. It is after when you have invested and you have a vision that you want to achieve this. And I can assure you that that's the greatest asset that we have as a company. Getting known by the stakeholders that are needed, that we need in order to establish the vision that we have as a company.
Back then when we started, we had a logo and we had a different brand look, but it was not clear enough, it was not visible enough, and we felt as a growing company, we needed to rebrand, we need to refine our look more, and such that people can easily recognize us wherever they find our logo or our brand put somewhere else around the country or beyond.
I'm grateful that I came today because we are winding up the work that we started some months ago. And you know, when you're beginning, when you're ending your work, there's that feeling that I have at the moment. I'm very happy. I want to appreciate each and every one of the team members that have come today to wind up with this work that we started 10 months ago and we're finishing it today. This is an opportunity to say thank you, team. And we also want to appreciate our partners, but stood with us from the first beginning up to now. I purposely came because this had been my role, coming in to first of all see the quality of work that the engineers on ground are doing, including the rest of the operators. Because without my presence at times, you know, my presence alone gives morale to the team, and they're able to achieve more than they could have done without my presence. But I know, I'm confident that they're always able to do. Even without my presence in field, they're always doing better. I just want to say that Point Investment Company is a company that looks at quality as the first priority in every work that we do. Given this section, we did not have so many issues to do with the quality, in terms of quality-wise, where the supervisors from the ministry or from ARC themselves. And if there are issues, we always have a way of resolving that. We have a competent project manager who had managed this project right from the beginning up to now, including the technical team. That includes 9 civil engineers, in total 3 surveyors. And I will assure you that given an opportunity even to do 100 kilometers, we are more than ready and capable to do that. As the managing director of Point Investment Company, my role is to see that Point moves to the next level. Point Investment Company had been participating as a subcontractor to ARC, our main contractor in Juba-Bor Road. But through their recommendations that they have given us and the quality of work we have done on the sections that they have given us, we are good to go to something bigger than what we had been doing. I believe that Point Investment Company in the next 2 or so years, will be one of the many players in this construction field. We will be having the capacity of, we can be able to do a section of more than 1,000 kilometers if given all the resources needed to execute that job. Point Investment Company does not look at road construction as the only sector that they need to participate in. We have also started doing huge commercial buildings, and we are also looking at opening other outlets or other enterprises or businesses that relates to point investment, like coming out with factories. We feel this country needs factories, things to be produced within this country, and that's our role as one of the companies that represents, you know, as one of the national companies. I don't want to forget also my partners, ARC, Africa Resource Corporation, to have given us this opportunity to participate in one of the most important national projects, the Juba-Bor Highway. I am grateful for all that they have done for us, and we forever will remember them in the records of Point Investment Company. I also want to give a special thank you to the government of South Sudan, of course headed by His Excellency, the President of the Republic, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, to have come up with this idea of opening roads in our beloved nation. I just pray that may God continue to give you more vision so that this country will go to the next level. I will not forget to also thank my colleagues from Eastern Equatorial State who had taken me in to participate in the most important projects that concerns their communities, and for giving me the trust to participate in those projects. Through them, I am able to be, or the company is able to be, what we are today. We also want to thank the people or the citizens of South Sudan for trusting us. Without them, all that we are doing in this country will never happen. So I just want to say thank you, my fellow citizens. I am so grateful that you have given us the trust, and we are looking forward into doing many projects with you, only if given opportunity to execute projects, not only in Central Equatoria, but we shall be moving to the rest of the states. As I'm talking now, we're opening offices in Wau and Maban. These are sub-offices of Point Investment Company. We want to see that Point Investment Company becomes one of the biggest companies in this nation, South Sudan. So with your help, and with the help of the government of South Sudan and all our partners, we will be able to achieve what we have planned as management of this company. I want to thank specifically all the company staff. They have stood the test of time. There were so many challenges that we went together as management, but they believed in the vision that we have as a company, as management, and they were able to come clean together, because without them, Point Investment Company will not have progressed to the stage that we're in right now. But I just want to say thank you all. We do not have classes in our company where we look at somebody as the most important. All of them, from the least to the top. I just want to say thank you very much for the participation that you have done, for the energy that you have injected to see that Point Investment Company becomes one of the most important, or one of the key players in the construction industry in this country.
Point Investment, always on point.
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 Point Investment, always in the point.